the State Minister for International Cooperation, Okello Oryem. I'm sure the public was surprised to hear that in the UN General Assembly meeting, accreditation for Uganda has a one suppose, a suppose for the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Okello Oryem, now going with a wife for a meeting of a few days, using public resources. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are critical issues of concern, and I'm here to address the public on the public concerns and echo out our protest against such wasteful public expenditure on a 71-member delegation irrelevantly sent by Uganda government for the 78th UN General Assembly meeting in New York, but more importantly, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which would have ordinarily guided on the right procedure and the right representation. Ladies and gentlemen, and as a background, Uganda has permanent representation at the UN, and we have a mission stationed specifically to handle matters of the United Nations, including such an assembly. There cannot be any explanation as to why Uganda sent 71 high-profile individuals to this General Assembly. That is wasteful expenditure. We have a permanent mission at the UN, our New York mission, specifically to handle that. We have enough technical staff. And I want to tell you, approximately 16 billion, when I look at the policy statement signed by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, General Dong, as presented to Parliament, approximately 16 billion for just wages to our UN mission in New York. 16 billion. You can now compute how many staffs are those. We have enough staff in the US and at our UN offices. It is not also surprising when you look at the Appropriation Act of 2023, they say all the money as requested by this UN mission and our permanent representation at the UN was actually approved and granted. This is the Appropriation Act for 2023. So they have the staff and money sent is just enough to offer the technical support and input in terms of Uganda at the UN General Assembly and for whatever program they are under. Meaning, there could not be any explanation to the contrary as to why you need dozens of technical staff, parallel teams. Such a contradiction that warranted wasteful expenditure cannot be justified. Ladies and gentlemen, there was no relevance in sending 71 persons for the UN General Assembly, and sadly, many were denied access, much as government of Uganda, without justification, and through Ministry of Foreign Affairs, sent a big delegation, sadly a big delegation, offered them business class tickets. A business class ticket to US, the cheapest can go for 20 million, now count for 71 persons. Per diem, I think the computation for per diem is very clear. Some get 3.5, some 3.4, some 3.2, 3. Per day. Now compute time was 71 persons. And interestingly, and unknown of in diplomacy, even a full minister for foreign affairs goes and accredits his own wife now to represent the home or the Republic of Uganda, and under which mandate? Because we want to understand from Okello Oryem and the government how you could go and register his wife to represent the Republic of Uganda, under which mandate and under which law. I have not heard of it in diplomacy. Even where diplomatic staffs are sent abroad for longer period, there is a criteria for sending their spouses and children and enabling budgetary framework for that, but not for Okello Oryem as a minister. He must be in Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, away from the per diem, this money is being spent at the expense of a poor taxpayer. This money is paid by the border riders, the market vendors, the poor Ugandans who are now struggling to get school fees, being spent on a big unwarranted team that is not even tenable in diplomacy. I've had a number of them who are even denied access to the UN meetings. They are in their hotels and moving around the US, enjoying life and their per diem, but not performing the duties of the state called Uganda. The Minister of Foreign Affairs must account for its failure to offer guidance and advice. And as soon as Parliament resumes, I want to put the Minister of Foreign Affairs on task to account, because they owe to guide in matters of diplomatic relations and representation. Uganda, in essence, sent the biggest and the most costly delegation for the UN General Assembly meeting. There was equally no relevance in sending 2 delegations. Logically, there were no roles for both the alleged vice president and the alleged prime minister. Little wonder Nabanja resorted to taking selfies. Because there are no roles. There are no roles where you have someone occupying the office of the vice president appearing, then you don't talk about the prime minister. Now, who handles what in this country?